By any standards, the decision to force the refugees back into Cambodia was extraordinary. On the other side of this now closed border is a savage war between the Khmer Rouge and the Vietnamese. And above all, the refugees had escaped from the brutal Khmer Rouge regime, which in its 4 years in power made even Idi Amin look like an amateur in cruelty. As we discovered last time, anyone who gets across this border has been through extraordinary suffering and hardship.
There were 19 of them who had been chased from their village by the Vietnamese. They were discovered by 200 Khmer Rouge who bound their hands of the 19, which included 2 women. With their hands bound, the Khmer Rouge hit them over the head with sticks to try to kill them, and then to finish off the job they used big meat cleavers to chop away at their faces and necks. Of the 19, only 2 survived. The Khmer Rouge left them for dead. Only 2 survived, and then the 2 who survived came across the border.
6 weeks ago, we set out to investigate conditions inside Cambodia. The only way, going in on foot in the same way that so many refugees have fled. Led by a team of Thai guides, we walked through the lethal system of bamboo spikes, booby traps and minefields, which the Khmer Rouge built to keep the Cambodian population in while they built the new communist society. We were the first Western television crew to enter Cambodia in 4 years. All along the border are booby traps still waiting for their victims, like this grenade jammed in a tree stump. And we saw many other traps that had already gone off, killing a would-be refugee within a few yards of freedom. On the other side, we found a society that is quite simply disintegrated. Thousands of people are living in the forest without adequate food or shelter, while the 2 communist armies fight it out around them. In a land without medicine or doctors, malaria is rife, and all they can do is sponge the victim with water to try and bring down the fever. These people had run away from the Khmer Rouge. They carried with them terrible memories of their life with the communists.
There were many terrible killings in my village. They executed ordinary people, soldiers. They even killed the chief communist official in my district. They accused him of betraying the revolution. When he was out of the way, new political officers came to replace him. For a while, they behaved decently, and everything was quiet. Then the massacres started again.
And in the forest, grim evidence of the kind of society these people are running away from. Since 1975, the Khmer Rouge have killed hundreds of thousands of people who opposed or were even suspected of opposing their regime. Elsewhere in the forest, the Khmer Rouge guerrillas still control large parts of the population. These people are used as forced labor to supply and support the soldiers in the war against the Vietnamese. For these labourers, life goes on as it has for the last 4 years. Day after day, they do back-breaking toil with the most primitive tools. When we last filmed in Thailand, the people who would ultimately be expelled were arriving in small groups every day. In the local government office, they were given knives, forks and blankets, and were then questioned by the district chief. But though the Thais said little, they deeply resented the refugee invasion. It was the Thai army that decided that the refugee policy must change. As the war in Cambodia continued, the Thais staged shows of force along the border, but the generals feared that the fighting could spill over and they regarded the refugees as a threat to national security. They decided that many new arrivals, including the 1700, would have to go back. This week we tried to find out what happened to the 1700. We pieced together the story of how the forced repatriations began.
In medicine, you sometimes get in a situation where something goes wrong. It's like if you're taking care of a mother and the baby suddenly dies. Your heart kind of goes fast, and then it sort of stops, and then you feel very sick. But you don't give yourself time to react to that. What you want to do is try to save the life of the mother. Well, it was the same thing here. I mean, the refugees were gone, and that was a fact. And there was nothing I could do to stop it. I felt powerless to stop these refugees just being snatched away from the camp. So my next impulse was, okay, they're gone. Maybe they're gone to another camp.
Early one morning, it was on the 12th of April, at about 7 o'clock, several buses rolled up at the gate. The people were loaded in very quickly. They were told that they were being taken to another refugee camp in Klong Yai district in Trat province, and they were taken off. It's a very hurried operation.
Everyone went. There was no question about, are they fit to travel? Are they not fit to travel? Are they well or not? Everybody went. It was a blanket statement. That's it, go. And so they were taken away by the guards.
They had been tricked?
Yes. In fact, we were told at the time that they were also being taken to Klong Yai Trat.
Supposedly to a new, more comfortable refugee camp?
Well, to another camp. Whether it's more comfortable, I don't know, but to another camp within Thailand.
And that's when the search commenced, to try to find out where, in fact, they were. And as time became apparent, nobody could find them. No one knew where they went.
In fact, as we know from one man who escaped, the refugees were no longer in Thailand. 20 miles south of Aranya Pratet, the convoy of trucks suddenly swung off the main road onto a dirt track leading to the border. There the refugees were handed over to a group of Cambodian soldiers.
Oh, it's an absolutely classic betrayal. Now, as I sit here now, I really don't know what's going to happen to the rest of the refugees, and I really have no idea what's going to happen to me. I mean, I have no trust, no faith, no confidence in anyone. I had patients, they were taken away.
And others in the refugee camps were even more bitter about the separation. For when the 1700 first struggled across the border, many of them had found long-lost relatives among the refugees already established in Thailand. Now the Thai government had decreed that anyone who arrived before the start of the year would still be a refugee, but those arriving later were illegal immigrants and liable to be sent back. When the 1700 were moved, many families were once again split.
They were sick when they were sent away, and they've been sent to an area of the jungle and the mountains where there's no food, there's no medical care, there's no shelters. I mean, these people are just living on the sides of hills. And what happens to them now happens to them, and also you throw in the idea that there's a conflict between the Vietnamese and the Khmer Rouge, and these people are the ones who are going to be caught in the middle of it. I would say the chances for these people are very bad. And I don't say this just from speculation. Reports have come back. People have gone across to check and see what the situation is. And we know now that 200 of them have died.
200 of those 1700 are already dead?
Yes, 200 are dead. And there's no telling how many more will be the next to go. The rainy season is starting now. Malaria is going to be a very severe problem. There's no medicine. There's no food. They have no chance at all. And it's not as if the Thais didn't know this. I mean, it's almost as if they sent someone back to their almost certain death. At the hands of the elements, at the hands of war, at the hands of whatever.
The fate of the refugees returned to Cambodia has left those still in Thailand frightened for their lives. They include the girl we filmed 6 weeks ago suffering from anthrax and her 2 children. On the morning the Thai army arrived to take away the hospital patients, they were out visiting friends, and through that piece of luck, they escaped the roundup. Do you really think that the Thais might send you back?
Yes, they might, if I didn't hide myself. They might send me back into Cambodia.
If you didn't hide with your friends in this camp?
Yes, if I didn't hide, I must be back. I must be sent back.
We were able to tell the family that the British Home Office will let the 3 of them come to Britain. relief workers now have to persuade the Thai government to recognise her as a refugee and let her go. But this still leaves thousands of refugees living literally in terror. Forced repatriations have taken place at several points up and down the border and are still going on. At Aranyaprathet, the camp once occupied by the 1700 is once again full to bursting. According to relief workers, the new arrivals paid the Thai army a hefty bribe in return for permission to enter the country. But the bribe doesn't seem to have bought them security. Foreign relief workers are no longer allowed inside the camp, and many refugees are convinced that they will soon be sent back. I asked them about the rumours circulating in the camp.
Il a entendu parler de ça. Qu'est-ce qu'il a entendu sur leur sort, sur ce qui s'est passé et leur sort d'après?
Those who have gone, they're all dead, never to be seen again. We are very afraid. Not only us, but all Cambodian people living here, except the Khmer Rouge. They are murderers. We refugees are afraid of being sent back.
But why is everyone so afraid?
If we're forced to return, it's death. It's very, very cruel. They will kill us. And we would rather die than return to Cambodia. The only road back to Cambodia is the road to death.
The Thai government do not want to accept these people as refugees, so they are classifying them as illegal entrants, and as such they do not have the rights of refugees, and so the army has the right to push them back anytime they want to.
But they are refugees, aren't they? Plainly they're refugees.
These are civilian people who have fled from the fighting. They're in fear of their lives if they go back. They're fleeing from danger. They're refugees, whatever the technical classification may be.
How do you feel about that technical classification yourself?
Well, I'm dealing with individuals, not with words or definitions. In my view, these are refugees and they need to be helped.
No, they are not refugees. We think that they are not the refugee, and they are the person who are across the borderline without the permission against the immigration law. Because Thailand stay at the middle, so we don't want them to move into Thailand. We don't want them.
You mean these people are not refugees, they are illegal immigrants?
Thailand stay on the middle, so we cannot help any side. So we have to stay at the middle. We don't want any refugee. We don't want the Cambodian people move into Thailand because we stay at the middle. Don't help the other side.
But surely, sir, these people are from neither side. They are just starving, sick, hungry people who have come to you trying to get help, and now you are turning them back.
Oh, first of all, I want to let you know, when they cross the borderline, I give them food and medical treatment and give them everything for their health. And after that, when they get better, if they want to go back, we let them go back.
But they don't want to go back. They all say they don't want to go back.
If they don't want to
Did the
go back.
1700 who you pushed across want to go back?
If they don't want to go back, keep them at the place in Wat Got, you see, and after that, wait for the order of the top
Yes.
top man in Bangkok.
But these people are afraid, sir. When you approach them, they beg you. They beg you for some news about what's going to happen to them. They give you letters. They implore you to tell them whether or not they're going to be allowed to stay.
So I don't know about this. Up to the boss, you know.
Up to the boss.
Yeah, I'm a very little man, so I cannot set up the
Yes, but
policy.
it's you who loads them on the trucks at the end of the day, isn't it?
On that day, yes, my duty to let them move. But the person who carry them is not my duty. And the United Nations try to give them the hand without the authority, because all of them is not the refugee. United Nations cannot concern with this problem, with this topic.
You mean the United Nations should not get involved?
Not involved, because the Thai law, Thai immigration law
Yes, but these people, sir, have fled because they are afraid, surely. They are afraid for their lives. They are starving, some of them.
You have to select, you have to separate the problem. First, all of the person against the immigration law, no refugee first, this is the first point. The second, they are afraid to die. This is the second point.
Oh, these are different issues?
Yeah,
Separate issues?
Different, yeah. The first is concerned with the security of the Thai nation for the for the immigration law. And the second, they afraid their life is concerned with the humanitarian thinking.
So you mean, what you're really saying, sir, is that humanitarianism is no good. It really doesn't get anybody anywhere. And
No
that
good
everybody has to
when
look
you
after himself.
no good when you compare with the security of the nation. Yeah, everybody have to donate their life for the nation, not donate their life for the humanitarian for the other country.
People who make the policy decisions in Bangkok are not thinking of these people as individuals. They're just masses of people trying to cross the border. They're not considering the reasons that they're crossing for. To them, it's the problems that they will have on receiving these people that are uppermost in their minds. And for this, they decide to push them back. Money is not the problem. There is money to provide whatever assistance is necessary, whether it's to build new shelters, toilets, provide blankets, mats, or what have you, and provide food. The money is there to help, but the permission to help is not. We are not being given permission to provide assistance.
On the border near Aranya Pratet this week, we found another group of several thousand people who had just struggled through the minefields. Foreign doctors and relief workers are not allowed to see them, and it was by pure chance that we got through. Like all the other refugees in Thailand, they were terrified of being sent back. Only that morning, the Thai army had drawn up a list of the refugees' racial origins. Hundreds of desperate people begged us to do something to prevent their return. And whether their pleas will be heard, or whether they will share the fate of the 1,700, is something only the Thai government can decide.